Here are my Week 4 NFL picks. Been a fun week. Last week I was a little. Listen, I'm gonna find it. I think this week is gonna be my week that I really get in my groove. Like last year when I went 14-2 picking that week. But regardless, let's start off with the Seattle Seahawks on Thursday Night Football versus the Arizona Cardinals. I think the Cardinals have been at one point where they've came close to losing some football games. I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks here. They are a dominant team right now. I think they're really good inside of the NFC, especially inside of the NFC West. I think the whole division is playing some really good football right now. Vikings versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think, you got the Pittsburgh Steelers with Aaron Rodgers, who, there's been signs of inconsistencies. But then you also have a game manager in Carson Wentz with a head coach who needs that in Kevin O'Connell. I'm going to definitely take the Vikings to win this football game. Then you got the Commanders versus the Atlanta Falcons. You have the Commanders versus the Atlanta Falcons. I think you can sit here and say that the Falcons have an outline of a good team, but they don't actually have a good team. I'm taking Dan Quinn all day long and the Commanders to win this football game. The Saints versus the Bills. As a Saints fan, this sucks because we just suck. 0-4, here we come. Give me the Buffalo Bills to blow us out by at least 21 points. Chargers versus the Giants. Jackson Dart's first game starting. Give me the Chargers. They're going to put that young quarterback in so many different schemes and so many different reads. I think this game is over before halftime. Give me the Chargers. The Titans versus the Texans. I think the Titans get their first win of the season this week. I think the Texans, they just aren't having great play. I think, with the schemes and everything that they ran in the offseason, I think that's what's going to be the biggest issue this year is that their team just isn't who they want to be. And I think I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans to win this football game because they're going to go through some growing pains, but they're going to find it and they're going to figure it out. Lions versus the Browns. Give me the Lions. I think the Browns got lucky last week. I think the Packers went into that game underestimating who the Browns are. And I think the Browns defense showed up and showed out. I don't think they can do that 2 weeks in a row. Give me the Lions by 20 points. The Panthers versus the Panthers versus the New England Patriots. Patriots haven't really got going yet. I don't think they get going this week. I think the Carolina Panthers go in the Foxborough. They get the win. I think Bryce Young passed for over 2 touchdowns, over 180 yards. Give me the Panthers. Eagles versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Eagles got lucky last week with that blocked kick in return for a touchdown against the Rams. But I'm taking, I'm 100% taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game. I think they have played some great football. I think they will play the best football this week at home. I'm taking Tampa Bay. I know they have some injury problems, but their receiving core is so deep that they have enough to cover for Mike Evans. Then you look at the Rams versus the Colts. No one would have thought this game would be this much of a good anticipated game a couple weeks ago. But in my opinion, it's going to be one of the games of the week. I'm going to take the Rams. I don't think they will lose 2 weeks in a row. I think the Colts, they could have fall from grace a little bit. And Sean McVay can help scheme something against that team. Give me the Rams. Jaguars versus the 49ers. Give me the 49ers. I think Jacksonville, they're just missing it. Like, they're just missing that last thing to really get them over the edge. There's a makeshift of the team, and their offense just isn't playing good enough for me. So I'm going to take the 49ers, and I don't think they've been playing great either. So give me the lesser two evils in the 49ers. Next up, the Ravens versus the Chiefs. Another probably game of the week. I think the Chiefs don't have enough to really get this going. I think, yes, the Chiefs will be at home. I don't think that's enough for the Ravens. I don't think that's enough. I think the Ravens are some high flyers this year. They're my Super Bowl picks. They haven't played great, but I'm going to take the Ravens to win this game. Bears versus the Raiders. I don't think the Raiders really have it in them. I think they're a young team. I think they're a couple years from now they'll be good. But then you look at the Bears. Bears and led by Caleb Williams last week had a great game. We're on fire against the Cowboys. Give me the Bears to win this week. Packers versus the Cowboys. I don't think the Packers lose 2 weeks in a row. I think they saw what happened last week. They got a fall from grace after losing to the Browns, arguably one of the worst teams in the league. I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers to beat the Cowboys, who, in my opinion, just aren't good enough. They're just not good enough. They aren't a team who people should be afraid of this season. Jets versus the Dolphins. I think the Jets are better than people think. I think the Dolphins are horrible, and they will be firing Mike McDaniels here soon. Give me the New York Jets to win that game, and then the Bengals versus the Broncos. Bengals, no Joe Burrow. Their season's over. Give me the Broncos, who haven't had the season I expected them to have, but I think they'll get that win this week. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. It's going to be a fun weekend in the NFL. And, a lot of these picks, man, I think some of these going to be 50-50, but I like a lot of these picks. I'll stand behind some of these picks.